v'chol ta'am. Yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai. Yay-dai-dai-dai-dai, yadai-dai-dai-dai. Yay-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai. Yididai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yadai-dai-dai-dai. Yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai. Yay-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yadai-dai-dai-dai. Yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai. Yididai-dai-dai-dai-dai. I don't think we're getting Leslie out of the microphone.
Oh, I was just sending him.
Tyler and Becky. Yedi nefesh avarachaman mishoch avdecha eretzonecha yarut avdecha kemo haya. You getting anything, Leslie? Yishtachaveh emu hadarecha ki yerav lo yedidutecha menofetzuf v'chotam yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yadai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yadai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yididai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So nice to see you all. Before we get into our service, I'd like to invite you to just take a moment and wish a Shabbat Shalom to the people around you. If you don't know them, introduce yourself. So we have a very special event at Shabbat services this evening. I'd like to invite up Hal and Catherine and their two little ones, Emily and Lizzie. Come on up. We're gonna light the candles in just a few moments, but we have to give this little one her name. So come on over. Hi, guys. So I was lucky enough to be one of the officiants at their wedding and this sweet little one's baby naming, and now they have two little ones. Hard to believe that however many years ago we were standing under the chuppah that we'd be here now, but your family's so beautiful. This is, we're told that Sukkot is supposed to be a Zman Simchatenu, a time of our joy. It's a time we're supposed to be happy and celebrate and really let go of that hard work of the holidays and do the work of rebuilding, like we build the sukkah. And we're reminded also just how little we need to find happiness in our life. And I think this is the perfect example of something joyful and something happy, and this helps us celebrate this time of year. So I'm gonna let the two of you speak for a moment about her name, if you wanna share. Oh, let me, hold on.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for letting us do this tonight. So our Hebrew name is going to be Nava Rivka. So Nava, from our understanding, means beautiful and pleasant. And Lizzie's been so pleasant, shockingly pleasant, actually, since she was born, in contrast to this little one. I know all babies are beautiful, but she's been very pleasant. And then And then Rivka is a tribute to two different things. So my great-grandmother on my mom's side, her Hebrew name was Hannah Rivka. And then the R also symbolizes Lizzie's great-grandfather, Catherine's dad's dad, Robert. So that's how we chose the name.
And do you want to share a little bit about her English name as well? Because I know it's really special to the
Sure,
team.
yeah. So we love the name Elizabeth. Oh, we're getting squirmy. And so Harriet, you want to sit back down? Okay. So Elizabeth Harriet Lewis. So Harriet is my mother's name. So, and that was unfortunately we didn't get to meet her, but that's how we use that to tribute her.
Well, we are really, really excited to give you your Hebrew name, Lizzie. Emily, we're going to need your help, though. Do you think you could come help us a little bit? Anything you want to say about being a big sister, your little sister?
Can you say something about Lizzie?
Want to say anything?
Do you want to say something?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Mama.
Say Mama. Do you love your sister?
I love Lizzie.
What's her name?
Emily.
What's her name?
Lizzie.
Good job. Beautiful. Thank you.
So one of the ways that we give someone a Hebrew name is with a special blessing, but we also have water over here because this is Emily's job. She's going to get to put a little bit of water on her sister's feet. The idea is that water symbolizes transformation and moving from one stage to another, and so it's really perfect to do this as someone is getting their Hebrew name. So do you think you can help me, Emily? Okay. So we're going to do this while Daniel recites the blessing.
ישברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה רבקה רחל ולאה ויברך את היולדת נאווה רבקה ואת בתה נולדה לה במזל טוב ויקרא שמה בישראל נאווה רבקה יהי רצון לגדלה לתורה וחופה ומעשים טובים ונאמר Amen. May you have all of the blessings that all of your ancestors have had, love. May you feel their love. May you feel the love of your grandparents and your parents and all of the people who came before them, your mom's people and your dad's people. May you have a life of happiness and goodness. May your parents live to see you happily married too. May you have a life of chuppah, of ma'asim tovim, of good deeds. May we all be there to see them. We say, Amen.
I do have a certificate for you, just with all of her names and your names on it. So this is for you. Where's my paper?
Oh, I stole it. I'm sorry.
So now we have to add a little more light. You have added so much light to us, and we always start Shabbat by adding more light and bringing in the sparks. So I'd like to invite up the rest of your family, if you could all come up and join us. We're gonna welcome Shabbat. Let this newly named little one and her whole family welcome Shabbat for us by lighting the candles, adding just a little more light to this time of year and this evening. We are on page 5. Thank you. We wish you all the love and happiness and joy watching this little one grow up, but also in this new year. May you have more moments just like this one. Bye, sweetie.
Page 6. We welcome the angels of Shabbos, the troublemakers of Shabbos. Angels in Judaism are kind of like when we talk about children as angels. Angels and demons all at once. Angels are messengers that come around us, messengers of each other, of our neighbors. And messengers sometimes are trouble too. So we welcome the angels, we welcome the messengers. Shalom Aleichem. We ask for their presence, Boachem l'shalom, and their blessing, Baruchuni l'shalom. And we ask that they leave, Tzetechem shalom. Page 6. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharei, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni l'shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue on page 8 with Lecha Dodi. In a traditional service, there are 6 psalms that would lead up to Lecha Dodi, echoing the 6 days of the week leading up to Shabbat. So I'd like for you to just take a moment and think back to last Shabbat. Think back to where you were. Maybe
Yom Kippur.
It was Yom Kippur. So maybe you were all here. I'm not sure. But take a moment. Think back through your week. The good things, the challenging things, the things you want to let go of this Shabbat.
Page 8. Ya la 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 lecha dodi. Ya la 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 likras kala. Ya la 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zachor b'dibur echad Hishmiyanu elam yuchad Adonai echad Ushmo echad Ushem betiferet ולתחילה דודי, יאירי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת קלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. Top of page 9. לקראת שבת, לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. יאירי, יאללה לה 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 לך דודי, יאירי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת קלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שדברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. יאירי, יאללה לה 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 לך דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת קלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. Turn towards the entrance. We welcome Shabbos like a bride, like a world transformed. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובתהילה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, יאירי, יאללה לה 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 לך דודי, יאירי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת קלה, יאירי, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה.
You can turn around, but if you could remain standing, if you are able, we are going to continue with the Baruch Hu on page 11.
Yay-day, yiddy-day-day, yay-day, yiddy-day-day, yay, yiddy-day-day, yay-day-day, yay-day, yiddy-day-day, yiddy-day-day, yay, yiddy-day-day, yay. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Yidei, yidei,
You may be seated. A wind arrived from you one evening by the sea. caught a cloud and breathed it toward the sun, whose cooling warmth drew it pink and orange, purple, yellow, gold upon the strands, and waves your sea wind had whipped white, caught the gold, laughed up the yellow, till waves and clouds, bright sea, bright sky, rode together, a tide of clouds come in, a tide gone out, to welcome evening sun, like mystic surging towards Shabbat, its colors melting in the tide. We're on page 12.
On the bottom. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Haravim. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Haravim. Yedai, yedai, Page 15. Take a moment to let the dualities fade away. There's a Hasidic tradition that says our eyes are the liars that surround our nose. The liars that tell us the world can be split up. The lies that tell us the differences are what matter. Shema Yisrael, listen. That which was, that which is, that which will be. That is what we mean by Eloheinu, by our God. That which was, that which is, that which will be. Yud He Vav He is in the end one. Invite folks to cover their eyes, to remain seated, or to rise based on your custom. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Page 16. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech uv'shokpecha uv'kumecha uksatam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafo b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'elohechem ahani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, emet. Page 18. Judaism. Judaism is the corrective for being a Jew. I believe that more and more. One of the great questions of our generation, of our moment, has been, with the experience of powerlessness, with the experience of degradation, with the experience of trauma that our people have had for thousands of years, would it naturally make us better? Would it make us more moral when we had power? It feels like that question has been answered. If nothing else from this awful war, from this awful year past October 7th, it feels like that question has been answered. Jews with power are like everyone else with power. But I think it's why we have Judaism. It's why we have Mi Chamocha. Twice a day we are supposed to force ourselves to remember what it was like to be those that were degraded, those that were vulnerable, and to promise that we will spend our lives protecting those and preventing those dynamics from those around us. Mi Chamocha is the corrective, the tikkun, the repair. Page 18. Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nera b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele, malechutecha rauvanecha, bokeh yam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, zelianu ve'yameru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, v'ne'emar ki vada Adonai et Yaakov ugealo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai Ga Yisrael, Ga Yisrael. Ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da, ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da, ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da, 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 ya-da-da,
we turn to page 20 for Hashkivenu, which is actually probably really appropriate for Sukkot, because in this prayer, it talks about our Sukkot Shlomech, our Sukkot Shalom, the Sukkah of peace. I love Sukkot. I think it's maybe one of the best holidays we have. But I think I love this phrasing as well, because inviting people into your sukkah is a part of Sukkot. There's this tradition, they call them ushpizim, and they're people we invite into our sukkah, whether we can really have them in our sukkah or not. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's the values they have. But there's this idea of really making a Sukkot Shalom filled with community and people, whether they're really here or people we wish we could be with on Sukkot.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Allow us to lie and rise in peace. Shalom.
Shalom.
Allow us to lie and rise in peace. Shalom.
Shalom.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Ufros aleinu Sukkot Sukkot Shlomecha. Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha, and cover over us tonight with a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace for you, for those you love, a Sukkot Shalom over all creation, over all creation, over all creation. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim.
We move into Tefillah on page 23. There's this, it's not quite a story. It was said by someone, it's great. It goes, when I was young, I used to ask my dad, if you don't believe in God, why do you go to synagogue so often? And my father answered, Jews go to synagogue for all kinds of reasons. My friend Garfinkel goes to synagogue to talk to God. I go to talk to Garfinkel. So whether you are here for prayer, whether you are here for community, we take a moment to turn inward on page 23 as we enter into Tefillah. Please rise as you are able.
Yitkada v'yikada shemei rabba Be'omad yivrachute v'yamlich malchute B'chayechon uvyomechon Uvchayedecho be'Yisrael Bagala bagala Uvizman kariv V'yimeru amen Yehi shmei rabba mevorach Le'olam olam me'amaya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'meru, amen. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agitei latecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agitei latecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agitei latecha. Continue on our own through page 32. The words of the page are the words of our hearts. You may be seated whenever you are finished. Hearts opened by prayer, with the world a little more open to change, to turning, to nudging to a better version of itself. We take a moment from Misha Berach Lecholim, a prayer for healing of our bodies, healing of our souls, healing of our communities, healing of our world. If you're thinking of someone right now, if you'd like to share their name, I invite you to do so. Put up a hand or rise or some other way that we can recognize you. Hey, Leslie.
I just got a note from Amy Gage asking for healing prayers for a new member whose name is Liz Rosenauer.
Oh,
Did
for
I pronounce
Liz.
her name correctly?
Yeah.
She had surgery. So for Liz Rosenauer. I would also like to say, Misha Barak, for anybody in this room who's having a health issue or is in pain and won't say their own names, just like me,
Yeah, Linda. Your sister. Stacy. For Steve. Thinking of him. Yeah, Becky. Thinking of Colonnade every day. A wonderful human being. A wonderful human being. Paul. For your sister, Rafua Shlema. Yeah, Rudy. Yeah. Thanks, Rudy. Yeah. Thank you. Thinking of your mom. Yeah. Rafua Shlema. Thinking of my Aunt Judy, Judy Leonard. My mom, Denise Pattis. Do we have names from the stream?
Yes, we are praying for Shannon, for Shannon's request of Marcus White, who is struggling with addiction, and that is it.
Thinking of all of them, thinking of all those impacted by the hurricanes like you, Chelsea. And we're glad you're back home, though.
Me too.
Page 34, Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor Habrecha Limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mikor Habrecha Liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Bless you.
Say Baruch atah Adonai Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed is the source of goodness that calls us to the sacred work of healing. And we say, Amen. And invite folks as you're able to rise as we begin to end services. Page 38 in the words of Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, l'tekenu l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, וגורלנו כחוהמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו, אין עוד, אמת מלכנו, אפס זולתו. כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת יום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. May be seated. Take a moment, as we do at the end of every service, to acknowledge those in our community who are in mourning right now.
I missed you quietly today, so quietly that no one noticed. I missed you as I climbed out of bed and as I brushed my teeth, when I waited at the light on the drive-in to work, and as I heard the rain outside my window. I missed you as I ordered lunch and as I kicked off my shoes when I got home, as I switched off the lights and climbed into bed for the night. I missed you without tears or noise or fanfare, but oh, how I felt it. I felt it in the morning, at lunchtime, in the evening, and at night. I felt it as I woke, as I waited, as I worked. I felt it at home, on the road, in the light, in the dark, in the rain. I felt it in every one of those moments, each one sitting heavier and heavier as the weight of me missing you kept growing and growing. Yes, I missed you so quietly today, but I felt it so loudly.
Remember those on our yahrzeit list, those we've lost at this time in past years. For Harry Fronglass, Bobby's grandpa, and Shirley Berman. For William Frank and Ethel Weintraub. For Jean Melman and Harvey Berkowitz. For Nikki Nymark. For Sabina Dudnick and William Wasserman. For Doris Oglander and Helene Mayer. For Joanna Hofstein and Lori Beth Weintraub. For Marguerite Abadi and Alfred Hollander. For Bess Borische and Isaac Schwabski. For Joe Nessenfeld and Max Goffstein. For Michelle Schenker and Pearl Dulski. For Rachel Schwabski and Rose Goldman. For Stuart Olbaum, Rhea's husband, and for Jeffrey Joppa. For Constance Schweitzer and John Couric. For Joseph Renard and Melvin Brown. For Paul Orden and Shirley Gershon, and Bob's mom. For Alan Kropp and Judith Argyris. For Rose Goodall and Shirley Hall, Janessa's mom.
And those who we have lost in this past year, we remember Carl Smith, Bette Miller, Morris Tamsky, Marilyn Schreier, Ron Kramer, Dr. Eduardo Slatopolsky, Gary Sewell, Ann Lee Frank, Rhonda Banford, Ralph Wafer, Marilyn Fox and Eileen Ehrlich, Rick Isserman and Myra Levine, Gina Rotman and Cheryl Fox. We said Miriam Weintraub, who is the mother. Barry Friedman and Jeff Joppa. Are there other names people would like to add that you're thinking of or observing?
Anyone saying Kaddish right now? Invite you to rise, invite you to put up a hand if so.
On this. Yeah. Did you have someone you wanted to say? For your good friend.
A blessed memory.
Michael, is there anybody on the stream?
Yes, we are remembering Yaakov ben Natanael.
Paul, did you have a name to share? No. Anyone else saying Kaddish right now and want to share a name? Yeah. Have a blessed memory. Invite everyone to rise as you are able as we turn to page 41 for the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei tikudisha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Aseh shalom b'romav. Huya aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Zichronam levracha, may the memories of all of those that we miss, all of those that we mourn be a blessing. We say, Amen. Amen. You may be seated as we take just a moment for announcements. Thank you to Catherine Lewis and Hal in honor of Lizzie's baby naming. We had the nice oneg beforehand. Speaking of which, we hope you all enjoyed the very first Friday night at 6:15. With the pre-oneg before. Oh yeah, we've got challah and grape juice, but this is the regular time now. This is every week for Friday night, moving forward at least for a while, we'll see. But more exciting Friday night things coming down the pike as well. We're very, very hopeful about a partnership with an arts organization to have a monthly big musical Friday night with the whole High Holy Day sort of band, but in circles, if you can imagine it, concentric circles in this room, with a congregational dinner afterwards. So it would be wonderful. We're hopeful that that's coming down the pike, so stay tuned for that. But until then, 6:15 every week for services, 5:45 for snacks beforehand, not always in the sukkah. Sukkot lunch and crafting in the sukkah with Rabbi Karen. That's Karen. Tomorrow with Willow Martin at 12:15. It's an adults event. I assume it's still PG-13 though. Simchas Torah, which is always a lot of fun here at CRC with the big band, the Klazuntites, and unrolling the Torah from the Ark all the way back to the Red Wall. This building was built, for those who don't know. It was spec'd so that it was the length of the Torah, from there to the Red Wall back there. So join us for Simchas Torah a week from tomorrow, which is always a lot of fun here. Klazuntites will be there. Exactly. Room at the Inn is looking for volunteers
This is where we host folks who don't have a place to stay in faith buildings around town. So if you might be interested in volunteering as a part of that, we'll give you the information or check the website. Mitzvah Farm is happening again Sunday the 27th at 3:30. On Tuesday the 29th, there is a viewing of Red, White, and Blue at the High Point with a whole bunch of CRC people going. There are so many announcements right now.
Hoshana Rabbah, because Becky's here.
Hoshana Rabbah, yeah, that's a great one. If you have, has anyone been to the Shavuos study that happens at Beis Abe? It's been going on for years where we study all night. It's wonderful. Reform, conservative, Orthodox, everyone comes together and learns with each other. This is sort of a mini version of that for Hoshana Rabbah, which is the holiday where we beat our willows and pray for rain. So that evening, this is Tuesday the 27th at Beis Abe, starting at 7:30. I think I'm teaching at 9:15. And so, of course, for a holiday all about...
Becky's teaching also.
Oh, Becky's teaching at 7:30. There you go. So come. It's a lot of fun. There's always good snacks and good singing and over at Beis Abe. So that's Tuesday at 7:30. I feel like that was enough announcements, but does anyone have any other crowdsourced, anything exciting happening? Anyone want to invite us to their house for dinner after it's... Exactly. Let's give each other a blessing.
All right, let's do Kiddush Shuvoti.
Oh, yeah. Because there's always more sweetness when we are together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Oh, and now because we're in here, you'll even have the words to the long one if you'd like, which is on page 46. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahavav ratzon inchilanu Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh zecher letzion mitzrayim kivanu v'achalta v'yotanu kidashta mikol amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yahava uvratzon Inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Because we always have enough to share, we bless our challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. We put our arms around each other as we give each other a blessing. A big thank you to Leslie for singing with us as always. Thank you to everyone who set up in the sukkah. And thanks to everyone for being here for Shabbos Community. Yivirechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May we be blessed and kept safe. Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
Be nice to the rabbis.
Yis Adonai panav elecha v'yisemecha shalom.
I'm not sure I can really follow that one, Leslie, but may we all be blessed with the gift of peace, peace in our new year, peace in our homes, our communities, and in our own hearts. And we say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Next time, it should be mean to the rabbis. Right? There's no juice out there. We should have had juice out there, I think, but...